In exciting news for the cryptocurrency world, the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission, or SEC, has made a significant move by deciding to drop its appeal in the ongoing legal saga involving Ripple. This decision sheds much-needed light on a critical issue that has puzzled investors: the classification of XRP. For those unfamiliar, XRP, which is associated with Ripple, has faced scrutiny regarding whether it should be deemed a security. The recent decision comes after a landmark ruling in 2023 by U.S. District Judge Analisa Torres, which many viewed as a victory for Ripple. This ruling could open the floodgates for Ripple to expand its sales operations, especially to institutional investors, given the new clarity on XRP's status. But it's important to note that not everyone is optimistic about the future. An ex-SEC lawyer has raised important concerns about potential legal challenges that Ripple might still face. While the current decision by the SEC brings some relief, the legal landscape remains complicated and fraught with uncertainties. Ripple's ability to navigate these waters will be crucial as it seeks to establish itself further in the institutional market. The SEC's withdrawal of the appeal could potentially lead to increased confidence from investors, allowing Ripple to capitalize on this newfound clarity. However, businesses looking to engage with XRP should remain vigilant, as the very nature of regulatory scrutiny in the crypto world is unpredictable. As we continue to monitor developments in this case, investors and stakeholders need to stay informed. The future of Ripple, XRP, and how they fit into the broader cryptocurrency ecosystem is still unfolding. How Ripple adapts to these changes will be essential for its long-term success, especially in light of the warning from legal experts about the hurdles that may lie ahead. Stay tuned as we follow this story closely to see what impact these developments may have on Ripple's operations and the greater cryptocurrency landscape. Ripple's journey through the legal landscape took a significant turn with Judge Torres' ruling on XRP sales. In this landmark decision, the judge affirmed that while Ripple's programmatic sales of XRP on secondary exchanges were compliant with laws, direct sales of XRP to institutional investors stepped over the line of securities regulations. This ruling has been pivotal, especially since the SEC opted not to appeal, solidifying a precedent that could influence the cryptocurrency industry's future. In a related development, the SEC has agreed to return $75 million of the $125 million fine initially levied against Ripple in 2022 by a New York judge. This settlement leaves Ripple with a $50 million fine to conclude the case, marking a considerable financial relief for the company as it navigates its post-litigation landscape. Now, with the SEC's injunction lifted, the excitement in the Ripple community is palpable. A user on X, formerly known as Twitter, pointed out an interesting implication. This change enables Ripple to directly engage with institutional investors. The company can now bypass over-the-counter desks and sell directly to prominent financial players like hedge funds or private equity firms. However, not all is straightforward. Former SEC attorney Mark Fagel took to social media to remind everyone that although the injunction is no longer in effect, the original ruling regarding Ripple's sales to institutional investors still applies. According to Fagel, any future sales resembling those deemed illegal could still pose challenges under Section 5 if the SEC decides to pursue the matter again. This creates a cautious atmosphere for Ripple as they chart their path forward. They need to remain vigilant, ensuring compliance with securities laws while exploring new opportunities for growth in the rapidly evolving digital asset marketplace. With all these developments, the spotlight on Ripple is brighter than ever, and how they navigate these waters could serve as a defining moment not just for the company but for the entire cryptocurrency sector as well. So, what does the future hold for Ripple? As they prepare for potential sales to institutional investors, all eyes will be on how they comply with regulations and the long-term impact it may have on their business model. The legalities surrounding cryptocurrency are evolving, and staying ahead of compliance will be crucial for Ripple's success in this dynamic environment. We'll continue to monitor these events closely. Make sure to subscribe for updates as we follow Ripple's journey and what it might mean for the future of cryptocurrency investment. Fagel clarified that while the SEC has stepped back from actively pursuing enforcement in Ripple's case, the company's sales to institutional investors could still face scrutiny under the Securities Act. Essentially, if Ripple conducts sales like it did previously, it could reopen the door to legal challenges. But what does this mean for Ripple's on-demand liquidity product? According to Fagel, the ruling could lift some previous constraints, especially regarding how Ripple engages in XRP sales. Yet, caution is advised. If Ripple resumes past sales methods considered illegal, it may still face legal repercussions, even without the SEC's oversight. In summary, though the landscape is changing, Ripple needs to navigate these waters carefully. Compliance will continue to be a critical component in its strategy moving forward. As we wrap up, we'd love to hear your thoughts on these developments. Do you think Ripple can successfully adapt to this new environment? Or do you foresee ongoing challenges? Join the conversation below, and don't forget to share this crypto insight with your network. Stay tuned for more updates as we keep you informed about Ripple's journey and its implications for cryptocurrency investments. Subscribe for the latest insights and analyses to navigate this ever-evolving landscape.